Join me today and I'll show you how a normal day riding for Wolt looks like in Skopje, North Macedonia. I usually ride from 10 AM to around 1 to 2 PM, then I come home for lunch and to avoid rush hour. After that, I sometimes go for a second shift after rush hour is over. The traffic is horrible in the city and the air pollution too. That's why I haven't been riding a lot lately. It's currently 12:30 and I'm actually riding only to record this video. You're free to work whenever you like, but if you haven't worked at all for longer than 3 months, your account gets deactivated. You can change the delivery mode to a car, motorbike or bicycle, and to do that you need to write to support, which is weird given the fact how advanced the app actually is, but that's how it works. I almost always work with a motorbike. With a car, it's not worth it. On 1,000 dinars earned, I have about 300 in gas expenses. Parking is a problem and sometimes there is not even a place to stop and quickly grab orders. It's a mess. One time I got stuck in traffic and drove 2 kilometers in 1 hour. I haven't tried bicycle yet. They say the orders are smaller and they earn a bit less with the bicycle. Okay, enough rambling. Let's start the day with a trip to the gas station. I was almost empty, so I paid 220 dinars, which is about 3.5 euros for a full tank. With a full tank, I can get around 150 kilometers. You know how motorcycles greet each other when passing by? That's also part of the Wolt culture. You say hi to every Wolt rider you see, no matter if it's the first or the 100th. I'm near the city center, so I should get my first order for the day pretty soon. Here we go. I have the option to accept or decline any order. I usually accept all of them unless it's under 100 dinars. At that point, it's not worth the hassle of picking up the order and dropping it off, no matter how close it is. Many times the lowest paid orders are the ones that give you the most problems. You'll see one of those later. I know this place pretty good and they have really tasty food. Last month they had cinnamon rolls to die for. Not sure if they still have them because they switch up the desserts. So I tell the staff the number I see in the app, check all the items, and that's it. I'm ready to deliver it. After I confirm that I picked up the order, it shows me the customer information, and I can press the maps icon to open Google Maps and get direction. Here it says I'll get there in 16 minutes. That includes traffic jams, but I bet we can beat that, because motorbikes don't do traffic jams. If you want to become a Wolt courier partner here in Macedonia, you have to sign up through partner agency. You can't work directly for Wolt. I don't know if the law doesn't allow it or is it for some legal reason to protect Wolt, but that's how it works. They take 7% and you also pay 11% in income tax. After you sign up with them, you can buy the Wolt bag. There are many different bag sizes, so prices vary. Mine was 2,000 dinars and I paid up front. The delivery information is perfect. I'm just going up to the apartment, giving them the food, and I'll be back in 1 minute. After I swipe delivered, I usually get the next one immediately or after a few minutes. Okay, these are the ones I prefer. They're a bit further away, but totally worth it. Look, on every delivery there is a certain fixed time you cannot control. Picking up the food, finding the customer, maybe walking up few floors, or sometimes the customer comes down to meet you. On longer distance deliveries, that fixed time is only about 10% of the total. The other 90% is riding. And if you know the city well, there are shortcuts you can take and get there much faster. On short deliveries, it's different. The ratio can be more like 50% fixed time, 50% riding time. There is not much you can do to make those faster, so you can really save time before moving on to the next one. This is also a chill place I really like. I get there, confirm all the items with the stuff and pick it up. When I confirm, I get another delivery from the same place, but when I zoom in, I see it's going to the city square. And to get there, I'll have to ride really slowly, walking pace slow, or sometimes even push the bike if there are too many people. That would definitely add time to my current delivery, which is already delayed. So I decline it. Wolt estimated 17 to 20 minutes. At 12:50 I received the order and I arrived at the location at 1:08. So it took 18 minutes to get there. Pretty good. Here's another example of a delivery I accepted for a low amount, but then I cancelled it because there was orange juice in the order. You cannot see the items unless you accept the delivery first. Some places put juice in small plastic bottles for delivery, and I have no problem with those. But this restaurant doesn't, so if you hit one pothole, the plastic cup goes flying, and then you're stuck cleaning the bag for another 15 to 20 minutes. Just as I was stopping to buy some water and snacks, I received another delivery. Only 120 dinars for this one, but it's close by. It should be quick. And here's what happened. When picking up the delivery, I told the staff the items and the delivery number. I quickly checked the slip they put on the bag and everything matched. Sometimes restaurants can put two portions in the same container to save space. And this one is on me. I didn't process in my head what the food actually was. It was 2 portions of pasta and 1 salad. And they wouldn't put those together. You could put 2 burritos together or 2 chicken wraps, but not this one. At the end of the day, this isn't a big problem. The customer contacted support and they delivered the rest of the food pretty quickly. I also reached out to support to let them know what happened. And this is how a delivery that should take 5 to 10 minutes ends up taking 20. Remember, the previous one paid me twice as much and it took 18 minutes. And we're off to the next one, a really common one, baking bread. No issues here. How is that for a shortcut? You should try that with the car. That one's delivered and we get the next one from a mall food court. This one is interesting because for mall deliveries, we enter the mall from the goods delivery entrance and we use the back hallways. This is a lifesaver. KFC is a pretty common one. And it's an eventless delivery. All the information was correct, ring the doorbell, give them the food, say bye. And this is the last delivery I recorded. But wait until the end and I'll give you a summary of the full day. How much money I earned, got spent and the total time worked. This one is more like a home-cooked food and it's a tricky one. Either the food is already waiting for you or you wait 10 minutes while the fish slowly bakes in the oven. There is no in between. The food is pretty good though. I also received another combined delivery from Burger King. It is on the city square, but I'm already next to it, so I accept it.
Double cheese is small fries. Brawo. Wylety. Na zdrowie. Ciao, ciao.
After this, I delivered 8 more deliveries and ended up the day with 2,600 dinars, which is about 43 euros. I worked a total of 5 hours, which comes to around 500 dinars or 8 euros per hour. And I rode 60 kilometers and that cost me exactly 100 dinars in gas. On good days, this hourly average can be more like 600 or 700 dinars, which is crazy. Overall, it's pretty good. I like riding for Wolt because you can choose your own hours. The only reason I don't see it as a long-term thing for me, it is the air pollution in the city. One thing I really like is that I end up finding cool places I have never heard of before. But if I want to try a place myself, I go directly because it's cheaper. Prices on the Wolt app are usually 20 to 30% higher because restaurants pay commission to Wolt. That's how you get cheap delivery while the rider still gets paid pretty good. You pay for it with the food. Not all places raise their prices, but most of them do. In terms of earnings and working hours, last month I worked 3 days a week, full-time, about 8 to 10 hours, and made 5,000 to 6,000 dinars per day. That comes out to 1,000 euros per month. If you're an animal and work 5 to 6 days a week, full-time, about 8 hours a day, which I tried the first month, but I only lasted 15 days, you can earn 1,500 to 2,000 euros per month. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this delivery guy simulator, give it a like and subscribe down below.